In a quiet little town, far away from the noise of big cities, there lived a boy named Arjun. His world was small, mud houses, narrow streets, and fields stretching into the horizon. His family owned nothing more than a tiny patch of land where his father grew vegetables to feed them. Most nights, Arjun went to bed hungry, listening to the growls of his empty stomach. But inside Arjun, there was something no one could see, a mind full of dreams bigger than the sky. While others in his town dreamed of getting a steady job or owning a little shop, Arjun dreamed of creating something that would not only change his life, but also inspire millions. Whenever Arjun spoke of his dreams, people laughed. "Arjun, stop talking like a madman," they said. "You don't even have slippers to wear, and you speak of building companies? Your father digs the soil, and you speak of touching the stars." Their laughter hurt him, but deep in his heart, Arjun believed that his life was not meant to be chained by poverty. One evening, Arjun was walking home barefoot after a long day helping his father in the field. On the road, he saw a car pass by, shiny, powerful, and unlike anything he had ever seen. Inside sat a businessman in a neat suit, speaking confidently on the phone. Arjun stood frozen, dust clinging to his feet, and whispered, "Why can't I sit in such a car one day? Why can't I also create something big?" But then the voice of doubt echoed in his head. "Because you are poor. Because no one from this village has ever done it. Because it's impossible." That night, as he lay on the floor of his hut, he thought, maybe they are right. Maybe I should not dream too big. Just then, his grandfather, who had been listening silently, placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "Arjun, the world will always tell you to dream small because they are afraid of big thinkers. But remember, great rivers begin as tiny drops of water. If you dare to think big, life will open doors that no one else can see." Those words struck him like lightning. From that day forward, Arjun made a decision. He would never let small thinking define his future. He began to read whatever books he could find. Old newspapers, secondhand textbooks, and sometimes even torn pages thrown away by students in the nearby town. Knowledge became his weapon, and imagination became his compass. Every morning before sunrise, while the village slept, Arjun sat under the dim light of a lantern and studied. His eyes burned with tiredness, but his heart burned with purpose. Soon, he started teaching younger children in the village for a small fee. With that money, he bought better books. He was still poor, but now he was rich in ideas. Life, however, was not easy. His father fell ill, and Arjun had to work at a nearby workshop after school to support the family. The greasy smell of machines and the constant hammering of metal filled his days. Many nights, he returned home exhausted, hands blistered, but he never stopped dreaming. One day, while fixing a broken radio at the workshop, Arjun thought, if people can build machines that carry voices across the air, why can't I build something that carries hope across the world? This thought ignited a new fire in him. He started experimenting with small machines, using scrap parts he found. His friends mocked him, saying, "Arjun, stop wasting time. These broken wires will not feed your family." But Arjun smiled and replied, "Maybe not today, but one day they will change my tomorrow." Years passed. Arjun finished school with top grades, surprising everyone. A local teacher, impressed by his determination, helped him apply for a scholarship in the city. When the acceptance letter came, Arjun's eyes filled with tears. For the first time, he was leaving his small village to step into a bigger world. The city was overwhelming. Tall buildings, endless traffic, people rushing everywhere. Arjun felt small, like a drop in the ocean. But he remembered his grandfather's words. Great rivers begin as tiny drops. In college, Arjun studied engineering. He worked at restaurants at night, washing dishes to pay for his food. He lived in a tiny rented room with cracked walls and no fan in the summer heat. Yet, while others complained, Arjun smiled because he knew he was walking on the path of his big dream. During his final year, Arjun developed an idea for a small device that could provide affordable electricity to rural homes using solar energy. His professors dismissed it, saying, "Your idea is too big for your background. Companies spend millions on such projects. You're just a village boy with no resources." But Arjun remembered the car he had once seen, the laughter of the villagers, and the mirror of belief his grandfather had given him. He refused to give up. With the help of a few friends, he built a simple prototype. At first it failed. The wires burnt, the battery leaked, and the villagers laughed once again. But Arjun kept working, improving, and testing. After countless sleepless nights, the device finally worked. A small hut lit up in the darkness of the night. And that was the beginning of a revolution. Arjun started with just one hut, then 5, then an entire village. Slowly, news of his invention spread. Investors came forward. He set up a company, hired passionate young engineers, and expanded his project across many states. Years later, the same boy who once had no slippers to wear now walked into international conferences as the founder of one of the most successful renewable energy companies in the country. His work brought light, literally and metaphorically, into thousands of homes. When he returned to his village, people gathered to see him. The same neighbors who once mocked him now bowed with respect. His father, though weak, smiled with pride. His grandfather, tears in his eyes, whispered, "See, Arjun, you dare to think big, and that is why you are standing here today." Arjun's life became a message for everyone. Thinking big is not about money in your pocket, but the vision in your heart. People will laugh at you, doubt you, and even call you foolish. But those voices are only dust on your mirror of belief. Keep cleaning it with your actions. Big dreams require big sacrifices, sleepless nights, hard work, and courage to fail again and again. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. Dear friend, Arjun's story is not just his story. It can be yours too. You might feel small today. You might think your background is too weak, your resources too limited, your circumstances too unfair. But remember, every great leader, every successful innovator, every person who changed the world was once an ordinary individual who dared to think beyond limits. The world will always tell you to dream small. Don't listen. Protect the fire within you. Feed it with learning, courage, and persistence. One day, the same world that laughed at you will celebrate you. So, if you're watching this video right now, ask yourself, am I thinking big enough? If not, today is the day to expand your vision. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Because the power of thinking big is the first step to living a life bigger than your fears, bigger than your doubts, and bigger than your circumstances.